So this is the beginning of the recording because the live stream may actually get punished for having background music. I'm hoping the separate playthrough videos will be easier to edit and present because the live stream will likely be blocked by Disney. Thank you, Disney. Please say thank you, Disney, in the chat for me, everyone. So the quest that you get automatically for both light side and dark side, for both Republic and Empire, I mean, the state of things to come, sends you to your personal starship. We're going to the personal starship where we'll actually pick up the real mission and start from there. This is still patch day, although it's a couple hours after the servers came back online. So I'm expecting the crowds around the starter NPCs on Odessan and Nar Shaddaa to be a little more bearable. Thank you. Appreciate that compliment. Oops, not there, not there, the other end. Here, from this terminal, you can actually pick up a bunch of quests throughout the main story progression. It's the same warning, the same quest. And let me hide the webcam because we begin the story here. I will be reading your comments. Thank you very much for the support. Not that anybody from Disney is going to read this ever. I really value your support though. So if the live stream gets blocked, you always have a way to watch these videos on my website where I upload them separately. There is nobody capable of tormenting me there like YouTube does. So I understand. Let's begin Jedi Under Siege. That's what we're doing. I will be reading your commentary throughout the playthrough, but I focus on the story, so I will keep my commentary to minimum, especially during cutscenes. If you have a really important question, feel free to repeat it, but not spam it. And I'll do my best to answer whenever I can. Speak to Lana. Quick travel this time. Unlike with the Sith Warrior, I'm actually going to teleport myself to Odessan. Yes, this is the live server. There's so much struggle, the servers came back online about 4.5 hours, 4-ish hours later than intended. Thanks to you, Tio Magic. For everybody watching live, please keep the spoilers to minimum. I know that some of you have already played through the story that are watching live. I know that many of you have been here during the Dark Side playthrough. Some of you may have seen the data mined information or any other sources. Just keep the spoilers to minimum or pretty much avoid them in the chat so we don't spoil the fun for anybody else.
I knew that the Alliance would flourish on Odessan, but I didn't expect this place to feel so much like home. You should be proud of what you've built here, and the allies you've gained.
I couldn't have done it without you.
You give me too much credit. The Alliance is still a formidable power, but we're not strong enough to face the Republic or the Empire. Unfortunately, a confrontation is inevitable. There are skirmishes in wild space, riots on Quesh. Galactic war is imminent. We can no longer afford neutrality. If the Alliance is to survive, we must align ourselves with the Republic or the Empire. Whatever you decide, we'll follow your lead.
You'd accept orders from the Republic?
I'd take my orders from you, as always. I'll get the job done however I see fit. So who do you wish to support? The Republic or the Empire?
It's time I got back to the Republic.
Understood. I'll assist however I can. I'll reach out to my contacts in the SIS. I expect they'll contact you directly.
Oh, look at that, I don't have a snowball on me. Oh, wait, I don't want to do the same silly mistake, so let's use the quick travel and go to Narshada immediately. Yes, I am of course enjoying live streaming, right? And it's really good to see such a wonderful attendance from all of you guys, both old people, I mean, old subscribers and new ones. And of course, huge thanks to the 2 guys who tipped me. I appreciate the financial support as well. Wonder, it's nice to see you around, even though you said you're shifting interest. You're still here to check out. My Republic contact. Who will that be? What Steam am I using? Oh, 40 seconds left. Okay, I'll leave it with that. Oh, the other way.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
I never liked the original Lana. The hair for the original Lana was just awful. I like the outfit though. For some reason it looked better back then. How is the moving going? I dare say I'm at the final stages. We've got some paintings and floorings to do, but I'll do that alone with my father's help. And of course, after that, the most expensive part, holy crap, stop throwing things at me. The most expensive part at the very end, buying the furniture and moving it. I plan to take very little amount or things, the amount of things or furniture from the old place to the new one. Stop throwing balls on me or at me. Don't know why I hate the snowball event with such a passion. Probably because 5 years ago, when I was still a progression raider in Nightmare content, it was just annoying having all of these particle effects flying all over the place. Whoops. Same cantina as the dark side, don't miss the spot. Same elevator as well. Hope I'll be able to click the button this time. Yes! Oh, damn it. It was worth the wait.
You'd love the Corellian sector. Best Starshine surprise on Nar Shaddaa. First round is on me. You finally made it. Could you bring me another K3? Wait, make that 2. Well, if it isn't the commander of the most popular club in the galaxy. Welcome to my second favorite cantina. Jonas Balker, Republic, SIS. With a face like yours, it's no wonder half the galaxy signed up for the Alliance.
Nice to meet you, Jonas.
Pleasure's all mine. Really. I'm glad you came to see me. The Republic and the Alliance have similar goals, and I think this partnership will benefit us both. A war is coming, whether we like it or not. We need to be prepared, and that means keeping fuel, food supplies, and raw materials out of Imperial hands. But more importantly, we need you to help put a positive spin on the whole thing. Flash your winning smile, inspire the troops, the usual.
Gather resources and boost morale. Simple enough.
Confident as ever. Once this mission is over, I'd love to take you out for a drink. Sparks are flying on Ossus, off in the Outer Rim. With a little help from you and the Alliance, the Republic could gain the upper hand. I'll make a few calls, set plans in motion. We should have more details once you're back on Odessin. Welcome back to the Republic, Commander.
Back to Lana and back to Odessin. While I'm traveling, Magic asked, hey VULKK, any plans to make it to the USA for the celebration next year? No, unfortunately no, Magic. I really wanted to, but knowing that I just bought a new home and the amount of renovation and other kinds of money that I'm already spending and I've already spent left me literally on the bottom. I don't know if that's appropriate to say. So for the next year, I would probably just be recuperating and restoring what I've already spent in the last 3 months. Which means no celebration. I'll have to wait for hopefully maybe the next one that arrives in Europe. Maybe I'll have a chance to visit it because it would be cheaper.
Ah, Commander. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Ardinando Dipolis Derun. I oversee the Republic's deployments along the Parlemian hyperroute. I only wish we were speaking in person. I just brewed a truly invigorating blend of Gatalentan tea. Do you enjoy tea, Commander?
Tea wouldn't be my first choice, no.
Ah, you're missing out, trust me. I'll send you a case. You must try it. Exquisite. A beautiful planet, Catalenta. Its people are renowned for their long and steadfast support of the Jedi. It is the Jedi I wish to discuss with you today.
I'm afraid I haven't been in contact with the Jedi Order in some time.
You are not alone in that. Few Jedi survived the war against Sekul. They've gone into hiding, scattered across the galaxy. I'm not even sure how many council members remain.
Satil Shan is still alive. Have you contacted her?
I have, but it's been years since she led the Jedi. She couldn't help me. I did manage to learn of one surviving member of the Jedi Council, Master Nostral. My sources tell me he's in hiding, on the planet Ossus.
The ancient home of the Jedi. All but destroyed by the Sith centuries ago.
Indeed. I'm told that Master Nostral took as many Jedi as possible, along with civilian volunteers, to establish a hidden colony on the planet. Unfortunately, the colony doesn't seem to be hidden any longer. I've tracked Imperial forces moving through the area. I believe the Jedi are in grave danger.
What's the best way to help them, General?
I knew you were the one to contact. The Jedi colony is completely off the grid, and any warning I try to send will only lead the Sith directly to them. Ossus is at the far end of the Parlemian hyperroute, practically the Empire's front door. I have no official authority to intervene. I'm gathering the resources to launch reinforcements regardless. But without authorization, it's taking time. Time the Jedi may not have. You aren't bound by Republic regulations. You can help faster than I can. Please, travel to Ossus. Protect the Jedi until my forces can arrive. They need our help.
I'll head for Ossus right away, General. You can count on me.
I'm very glad to hear it. I'll forward the coordinates for the Jedi settlement. There is one final catch. Initially, you must go with a light force, perhaps even alone. Approaching with an attack group of any significance is sure to provoke a massive Imperial escalation long before I can respond in kind.
The Empire won't know I'm there until it's too late.
May the Force be with you, Commander. I hope to be sharing the next cup with you in person very soon.
Likewise, General.
The General is very shrewd. Going in alone is the best move here. I'll have a shuttle prepared, something small and stealthy.
Wish I could go along. Nostral is an old friend of mine. It'd be good to see him again.
We'll have you on your way to Ossus as soon as possible. May the Force serve you well.
Yes, mate. Jessa came back through an alliance alert for my dark side warrior who romanced her and... oh, come on. And killed her because it was an option. I think she is supposed to appear in one way or another during the Ossus storyline, and because she didn't appear in the Empire version, she will appear now for the Republic one. Okay, launching the Lost Colony quest. Yeah. Long enough for me to kill her.
It's you! It's really you! All right. Nadia, cancel the whole evacuation. I don't care what's coming for us. We have got nothing to worry about.
He's wonderful at introductions, isn't he? I'm Nadia Grell. You were the battle master, weren't you? Back before Zakul invaded?
Yes, that's right.
Toughest Jedi I ever knew. We took on things you could never even imagine. Are you hearing me? I don't care how many imps are here. They're toast.
So you know about the Imperials?
Yes, we don't know how many there are, but they have serious resources. If they're here, it's for a major fight, and we can't afford to give them one.
Civilians and non-essentials are loading up first. Who calls a doctor non-essential when there's a fight brewing? You ask me, the Jedi have lost their minds.
How exactly did you get mixed up in all this?
I got split up from Kira and Scourge. It's a long story. So I went to find other Jedi. Seemed like the best odds of catching up with them. Or you, eventually. I heard about the colony after it was already built, so I was a latecomer. But they were happy to have a full-time doctor on staff.
Well, that was before we got to know him.
Dr. Kimball, Nadia, how go the shuttle preparations?
We'd be a lot further along if we hadn't borrowed so many of the shuttle's parts for the colony systems. It's going to be hours before we can launch.
We should be calling the whole thing off. Do you know who this is? Hero of Tython, Slayer of the Emperor? Ring any bells?
I command the Alliance now. We overthrew the Eternal Empire and destroyed the Sith Emperor once and for all. I've come to help.
Sounds like a lot's happened since we cut our communications.
Which helped to keep us hidden all this time. I am quite familiar with your past service to the Jedi, Commander, and I look forward to updating my journals with your more recent exploits. It's probably time you had a chapter all your own, but that will have to wait. The Sith are on our doorstep. I formed this colony to safeguard the Jedi and their teachings for the future. Now, we must abandon it to serve that same goal.
Republic reinforcements are coming. We just have to hold out until they get here.
We welcome any help they can offer, but until they arrive, our plan must remain the same. We have to get these shuttles ready as soon as possible.
Do you have a new hiding place in mind?
Somewhere further, more remote. I once read claims of a forgotten Jedi world deep within the unknown regions. Perhaps we'll seek it out.
Perimeter alarms. They're coming again. I'm on my way to handle it.
Yes. Take backup this time.
Backup? I got all the backup I need right here.
Commander, this is Tau Adair, our head of security. Would you be willing to join her in holding off the enemy as we complete our preparations?
Could I bring Doc along as well? We make a great team.
Tau, what do you think?
Sensors aren't picking up a major push. Could even be a feint, so we shouldn't overcommit. Either way, sending the two of us is overkill already. Doc and Nadia should help cover the farming crews.
We'll leave you to it then. May the Force be with you.
I'll find you later. I've got to hear what you've been up to.
What did your sensors pick up? Imperial soldiers? Sith?
Neither. The imps are just toying with us. The old man's pretty sure they're being led by a Sith named Malora. Malora's into biology, genetic manipulation, Sith alchemy, blah blah blah. She makes monsters. For us, she's cooked up some kind of mutated Geonosians. Hyper-aggressive, heavily armored, psychotic Geonosians. With weapons. Making their way toward the colony in swarms.
You said Nostoral had an idea about who's running the operation. Malora?
He's got profiles on all of the major Sith, their specialties, favorite meals, everything. If he says it's Malora, odds are he's right. She doesn't care about strategy or conquest. She wants to control life itself. For Malora, war is just a test for her creations. Ossus is riddled with old, buried ruins. The mutants like to cut through them to approach unseen. We get out there and collapse a few tunnels, they'll be cut off, and the colonists will have a lot more time to move.
Then let's get to it.
After you, Commander.
Got a little mission for you. Head for the water distribution systems.
Lore update on Malora once again. For those of you who weren't here for the Dark Side playthrough and don't know who she is, how crazy she is. Yes, you are absolutely right. Tau is gigantic and she's going to remain a healer. I really despise the fact that they gave her that ugly looking hilt wannabe inspired from, I want to say Rebels, but God knows where else it was actually inspired from, you know? The hilt that looks like a pistol, oh, never mind. It's just ugly. Alright, the same... No, not the same quest actually. It's not the same. It's similar though.
Is for official business only.
I'm really happy to see Doc finally coming. I can't really wait to chat with him in the what I expect to be an Alliance mission after the story. Nadia has grown, definitely. She was by far my... Oh, that was one of the holocrons. I have separate videos for the holocrons, maybe tomorrow. I have actually recorded them on PTS, but I wanted to make sure that the pathway to the datacrons is exactly the same on the live version before I upload them. Collapse the Geonosian tunnels. Okay. Through here. It's so empty. 16 instances. Cool, bro. 21. Wow. Alright. Population is definitely back for this update. Can you hear the water sound? Really good. Someone sent a whisper, probably saying hello. Kedrue, I hope you're on the live stream, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to greet you back. Hello, Kedrue. Oops. It's a little bit of a shame that I don't have my favorite mount, the Wings of the Architect, on VULKK, my main character, but I have them on Skorks. Wish they would allow us to transfer them. I'm not really sure how to collapse these. Collapse the tunnels. Don't see any tunnels. Maybe they would be around the places where other people would be camping. Oh, there we go. And of course I'm too far away. Mutated Geonosians. Geonosians. Whatever. Pick up crap loot and collapse. Number 1.
How long have you been living at the colony?
Since the beginning. Almost 5 years now.
What is
5
disappointing?
Years, peace and quiet. We had a good run. Of course, it took me nearly 2 of those years just to relax. I was sure someone would show up looking for blood. They always do.
I'm probably getting out of range. The Geonosians? Really? Disappointing, you mean visually? As in appearance? Why? I like them. They are annoying fluff in terms of preventing me from doing the missions. And instead I'm forced to fight them. But otherwise it's good actually to see this kind of a creature here. No, that hasn't respawned yet. Maybe I'll go down, look for others. There we go. The mounts. Nice. That's tunnel number 2. One more. Tracking data. This would probably be a daily quest because it's supposed to be a daily quest. Never mind. It's not active at the moment.
On it.
Do you know where the rest of the Jedi
Set
are?
There were still
explosives
contingents on Tython and
in
Ilum
the
last we
primary
checked.
tunnel.
Didn't bother calling the Green Jedi. They'd never leave Corellia. Most are probably hiding in groups.
The
far
Green
off
Jedi.
planets like we did. Or walking their own path, following the Force. That was my plan, originally.
Who changed your mind?
The old man. He's always understood me best. He convinced me that this was where I needed to be, and I think he was right.
I like the voiceover. Although she's not funny, she's more of a sad kind of a character so far. The giant Tau.
That was too close.
Alright, planting first.
Here we go.
Second. Don't want to miss one because they would probably force me to go all the way back. Okay, that's number 3. No, don't get stuck now. You don't like the hive-minded. Okay, you're probably not a fan of Vector then. One of the few companions who we still don't have a clue when and how will be returning. Now I'm sad to say this is number 5. There is number 6, and where are the others? Oh, of course. How the hell did I forget? I think I did the mission for Vector. Oh, never mind. I'm so confused anymore. It's one of the companions that I never used, except for the part when I enjoyed the hologram. What was the name of the hologram? I can't even remember that now. Well, basically with my consulars,
Let's take one more look
primarily...
around before we set off the charges. There's gotta be something here the old man would want.
Okay. Alright. Holiday! Thank you.
Last one.
Judging by your technique, you must have done a lot of fighting before you came here.
More than most, more than they ever trained us for. My first battle was Corellia. I flew in on a transport with 5 of the Jedi, one of the ones with the open sides, you know. The pilot took us in low, between the buildings. We're in midair, and this Sith Lord, he just jumps right into the transport. Red lightsaber in each hand. 5 of my oldest friends were dead before they could even blink.
I can't imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, everyone always is. The Sith had turned toward the pilot before my friends even hit the floor. I was behind him before he ever knew I was there. I nailed him with both hands. Hit the nerve clusters that run just over the ribs, felt them crack. He dropped both lightsabers on reflex. I don't remember where the grenade came from, must have been his. I smashed it right into his mouth and shoved him back out of the transport.
He was a killer. You had to stop him.
Yes, and somehow I keep ending up in that same situation. Again and again. Let's check in with the old man.
Now, what's your status?
We've closed all the tunnels we could find. Sending coordinates now. Any chance you could backtrack to their source on some of the old maps?
Of course. Let's see. Yes, here we are. They were all part of a residential structure that must have largely collapsed centuries ago. I'm sending coordinates for the structure's main entrance. If you can seal that, the mutants' hidden approaches will be cut off completely.
Do you have the evacuation shuttles ready yet?
They're close, and we have most of the essentials packed and ready. Keep up the good work on your end, and we'll have nothing to worry about. The entrance you're closing is located in an area our archaeologists never fully cataloged. If you find anything of interest, please do your best to recover it.
Will do. Tau out. Ready when you are.
I get that Tau is
too close.
She's supposed to be that troubled, sad Jedi, but I think she's overdoing it. Okay, command rank, thank you. Will it be quicker if I do this?
On.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
Quick view of Ossus. Funny enough, a lot of this is actually playable area. And we just passed through one of the datacrons again. You may not have a chance to continue watching the live stream if Disney blocks it because of a licensed Star Wars soundtrack. But I'll do my best to have the separate playthroughs for both sides that I've just done today. Well, I'm actually still doing the second one. Okay, oh damn it. All the way to the other end. Alright. We're looking for a Geonosian source. You think Tau is sexy? I don't find her sexy.
Here we go.
Just for fun. I mean, we don't really need to kill this one now. Just wanted to show you that it's not really that hard, even though it's supposed to be a special mini boss. Not even fun for loot. Alright, back to the mission. We've had our fun. Just please don't take me off my... Don't do that. Bonus mission, which once again I'm not doing because I want to save time. Where the hell is the entrance, though? Not really sure now. Probably on that other side.
What was the plan? If the Sith had never shown up, what was the goal for the colony?
Recover enough territory that we could grow crops and sustain more people. Then go find the people. I would have set out with a team to find other Jedi and bring them back here if they chose. Enemy! We would rebuild the Order. Instead, looks like we're back to work.
I really like the design of the place. Everything here smells of attention to detail. Nadia was cool as well.
More. There must be an army of them below us.
Below us? You mean there? It's not an army. Nadia was well designed as well, but the age of the engine of the game was really showing there. Whereas here on Ossus, for one reason or another, probably the fauna would be the reason.
They're putting off some kind of sport.
You don't see that much the glaring difference
when we take down the warriors. Focus on the swarm.
Between modern game and this one. In terms of visuals, I mean. Don't stun me. Yeah, a lot of them actually did spawn, as Tao promised. Should invoke sense them. That's a different topic now. Let's not go there. Why am I senseless? I mean, why is my character senseless? Plant explosives. Nothing here, okay. Number 1, number 2. Come on.
May the force be with you.
I don't think I'll play as a traitor on my trooper. I might actually try a traitor storyline with one of my other characters. The trooper is usually the neutral kind of light side with a small affiliation to the dark side from time to time kind of character. Definitely not going to betray the Republic, although I really hated the origin story and yes sir, yes madam, I'll do my duty for the Republic. 5 out of 6, there is the last one, come on. There is a lot more verticality on Ossus as well.
Looks like we're finished here.
I can't get the old man on the hollow. We'd better head back and make sure nothing's happened.
Our sensors are being jammed, along with our communications, both short and long range. Disruptions like this can mean only one thing.
Invasion.
The Empire will come in earnest now. This doesn't fit Malora's pattern. She never bothered to disable enemy communications during her siege of Nantoon. Something very strange is happening. We have to move quickly. Many of our people are still outside the colony. Some at the farms, and the rest at the ancient library. We should split up.
You don't need to act like we have a choice, old man. No way you're leaving this planet without seeing that library one more time.
Is Doc helping at the farms, or is he back inside the colony?
He's here. We've had some minor sprains and bumps as people rush to get packed, so he's tending to them. The first shuttles will start launching while we gather the stragglers. They could send a distress signal once they escape the jamming zone.
I'll get you General Daeroon's direct frequency. He's the best person to contact.
I'm sure the Republic's just gonna sweep in and save the day.
Even if they merely pick up our evacuation craft, it would be a huge help. I'll pass the information on. Thank you, Commander. Before you go, Tao, we need to finish our discussion about your Padawan.
Now? Really? This feels like a good time.
It is always a good time to learn, teach, and grow.
We already had this discussion, which is why I don't have a Padawan. You don't want more Jedi like me. One is bad enough.
You think that if so many good Jedi die and you survive, then you must not be a good Jedi. You think that the reason you've survived, your skill in battle, is the only skill you've mastered, so you must be a bad Jedi. But the only lesson you need to learn is that you are more than the killer you see in yourself. Teach, and you will see just how much more.
You believe in me more than anyone I've known, and I appreciate that, but I'm just not ready. Look, can we save this for later? The imps aren't waiting around, and neither should we.
Very well. You check on the farms, I'll check on the library. And we'll meet afterward to select your Padawan.
Damn it, old man.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Retrieve portable defense turrets. Alright. 5 of them. Where are we going? I suppose back to the teleport.
That was too close.
If you're feeling lost with the story, it's because this Ossus storyline combines so many of the origin classic stories of the 8 original classes in Star Wars The Old Republic.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
The more I play through this, the more I have a feeling that it's actually an update designed for old players to be attracted to come back and relive some good old memories with characters that they've played with or against so many years ago.
May the Force be with you.
What do you expect me to tell you, mate? There is so much story in the game, it's literally impossible for me to attempt to explain all of it. I myself am actually rusty on some of the details. I've been reading a lot from Wikipedia and other sources to remind myself what happened with some of my companions and some of my NPCs that I've encountered 7 years ago, playing through the Jedi Knight for the first time.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Speak in English only in the chat, please. Oh, it's 6 years worth of storylines here, and different storylines as well. I don't think I will be able to explain all of that, at least not in a short amount of time, definitely not during a live stream. If you really enjoyed the game, and you've already mentioned earlier on the live stream that you're new to the game, I would suggest you start slowly from the very beginning, watch all of the cinematics from Ghost, from this Jedi, SWTOR. Come on! Stop spawning. That's mine, that's mine, that's mine!
May the Force be.
I do have a very long timeline post, but if you're still new to the game, it wouldn't be helpful to you. It's more of a timeline for lore junkies to tie all of the events from comic books and old novels in the old expanded universe of Star Wars, now called Legends. Timelines from before Star Wars The Old Republic, during Star Wars The Old Republic, and a little bit after that. You definitely don't need a group for anything story-wise. The story is actually best experienced solo. So just pick a class, do the story. If you get bored, jump to another class. If you start straight from Ossus, yeah, you absolutely feel lost. I wouldn't recommend anybody to start from Fallen Empire or Eternal Throne either. It's not a good idea. You can't play without a group? What do you mean? You get killed often?
On. That should do it. Let's find Nadia and the others.
Where am I going? Over there, right? Scourge has been delayed along with Kira's return. The two of them are supposed to return together, apparently with a separate mission. We don't know yet what kind of a mission it's going to be. Separate story mission or maybe a quick alliance alert. Hopefully not the last one. Would be a big disappointment specifically for those two characters. But their return has been announced all the way back in April when I did an interview with Eric Musco and Charles Boyd, and their return has been postponed and delayed several times after that.
We can't just leave. Not now.
You have to. Take the others and get moving. I can handle a few Sith.
We're here to help.
Tau! Commander, you're just in time. See, Zarios? Now we can handle whatever the Empire throws at us.
It's not about you. If the Imps land a single shot on D9 before he finishes, we'll lose everything.
What do you mean?
All of our data! We grew crops in a radioactive wasteland. What we've learned could increase crop yields all across the Republic. Imagine how many people we could feed.
We'll handle it, Zarios. We need you to head to the shuttles and get everyone loaded up. The faster the better.
D9 won't get a scratch. You can trust us.
If you're wrong, if something happens...
Imperial's coming in fast. Get moving, Zarios. I won't say it again.
All right. Let's go.
Defend the farms, alright? Well, because you've mentioned Kit Fisto, and I'm actually a huge fan of Kit Fisto. Have you noticed that in the duel against the Emperor, apart from Mace, of course, he's the only Jedi Master to survive more than one hit during the speed phase. Any more? Come on. Ooh, finally a goal. Imperial Commander. It would have been better if they given it a name, some random character.
Tau.
Everyone okay?
Good here. I'm glad we got Zarios and the others out of here. That got a bit exciting. D9, were you able to get the files?
Get this back to the colony right away, Nadia. Make sure the Republic gets a copy.
Of course. I'm never gonna let Zarios live this one down. Speaking of, I'd better catch up with him and the rest of the crews. Make sure they get back to the colony safely. Really appreciate the help, Commander. We're lucky you joined us when you did. I'll meet you both back at the shuttles.
We should hurry to the old library. If they sent a force like this just for some farms, there's no telling how many troops they sent there.
Are you all right, Tao? Is there anything you want to talk about?
These weren't a bunch of brainless monsters, not like the Geonosians. But fighting them, killing them, it didn't really feel all that different.
They came here to kill people. No other reason. They were monsters as far as I'm concerned.
Maybe so. Let's get moving. On it.
The final conflagration. Word I can barely pronounce, probably wrong also. Alright, let's go do this. First of all, I've seen a couple of old faces greeting here in the chat. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Second, let's see. 6.0 has been confirmed a long time ago, many times already, but there is no information other than we will return to classic Republic versus Empire open war. And this story that you're watching right now is the beginning of the prelude that will actually lead us to 6.0. There is no information when it will be released, except that I can tell you, I personally expect it somewhere around late October, maybe November of 2019. There is absolutely no information what level cap will have, will the level cap be changed, how much, why, we don't know if class changes will be introduced. We basically don't know anything about the expansion, simply because it's almost an year away. In my personal opinion, BioWare has not told us when the expansion is supposed to be released. But yes, I do have actually a very long detailed article in the blog section of my website. You can check it out. It's kind of a personal opinion based on analysis of official announcements and informations for what's to come in 2019 for Star Wars: The Old Republic. You think I can go past these guys without attracting their attention? Yes, obviously. You cannot go there, by the way. If you attempt to move too far away from the shores, you will start dying. No. I have considered it many times if I would stream to Twitch, but I much prefer YouTube because I value quality over quantity, and quantity is viewership in this case. Obviously, Twitch is way more popular for live streaming, but I dare say I've taught my own audience, both new and old, that they can rely on quality live streams here on YouTube, so I definitely prefer YouTube. I have been streaming to Twitch. Maybe some of you guys remember these old days from 2.5 years ago. Yeah, do what Jim said. This is Jim's first article for VULKK.com. He has officially become a contributor. I don't know how to say that. All right. Defeat Imperial commanders. Okay. Everything is set. She's healing. That's the first guy. Lord Fanrix. Hello, Lord. One down, two more. Why do I speak that way? Because English is not my native language. Good morning, Rico.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's my accent. Whose accent would it be if not mine?
Here we go.
Okay, this part here is a little bit laggy and buggy. Where the hell do you go? I hate it when these guys jump. No, I'm from Bulgaria. Or as it's properly pronounced in my own language, I'm from Bulgaria. So, English is not my native tongue. That's why I speak it with a heavy accent. Interesting. Got a decoration.
There must be something. Something. Somewhere. Where?
Drop your weapon. Now.
Such a mess. Always such a blasted mess with him.
Where is Nostral? What have you done to him?
What? Oh, the Jedi. Over there somewhere. But you're rather too late to help him, I think.
Wrong answer.
This is your last chance, Sith. Surrender.
Tiresome. Ignorant. Ugh. You speak to Darth Malora of the Dark Council. And your interruptions end now.
I'm generally not very fond on cosmetics and appearances, as you would notice, because of the fact that this outfit that VULKK is currently wearing has been the only outfit I've been wearing for so many years now.
Fools. Ignorant fools.
He's alive. Barely, but he's alive.
Truly? Lord Malgus has lost his edge.
Malgus?
Oh yes. This is all his handiwork. I would never make such a mess of a library. Even one belonging to a Jedi. Malgus usurped my entire operation. A veritable ballet of predatory evolution, discarded in favor of the bludgeoning fists of a toddler.
That's impossible. Malgus is dead. I was there.
Apparently, you should have been more thorough. Malgus is alive, here on this planet. Though operational might be more accurate. A machine with pieces of a desiccated Sith Lord bolted into it hardly deserves to be called alive. Life is far more variable, more adaptable, capable of true change, and thus true power. The Force is life, and only life can truly command its depth.
Will you shut up? Malgus or not, we have to get the old man back to the colony, now.
It may not be safe to move him. We should find a way to bring Doc here.
You might be right, but plastic comms are still jammed.
You realize Malgus is on his way to burn your colony to the ground, yes? He could hardly say he finished my work if he leaves it standing. That would be them now.
30 seconds to objective, my lord.
fighters! Evade!
Those are Republic fighters.
They made it. They actually made it.
Good afternoon, Commander. Before you ask, rest assured. I brought tea.
You have great timing, General. We can't thank you enough.
I only wish we could have been here sooner.
Can you bring medics to our position? We have urgently wounded people here.
Right away. We'll evacuate everyone to the colony. Medical and support teams are landing as we speak. Daerun out.
I'll just be going then.
I don't remember saying you could leave.
Taking me prisoner will waste time, and personnel that you'll need to treat the wounded, like your friend here. I'm sure I'm not worth the effort.
I think a prisoner like you could tell us a lot of interesting things about Malgus and the Empire's plans.
Tiresome.
Thanks to the distress calls, we were able to sweep in and pick up all of the evacuation shuttles before the Empire could deploy pickup teams of their own.
That's a huge relief. We can never thank you enough, General.
All too happy to help. All evacuees will be transported to safety in Republic space. I know of some settlements on Tanab that could put good farmers to use, if any are interested.
Your help is greatly appreciated, General.
Speaking of farms, I have already forwarded your data to a friend of mine, an outstanding Sabotage player from the Agriculture Administration. They tell me the information from your farms is likely to revolutionize our entire logistical structure. Countless millions may be fed thanks to your efforts.
I'm glad I could help.
Any chance your fighters got Malgus in the attack?
It's possible, but seems a bit too much to hope for. Darth Malgus back on the front lines. This is a dark day for the Republic. We caught him off guard this time. I doubt we'll be so lucky again.
I still don't see how it's possible. Malgus died. This has to be some kind of trick.
I didn't sense any deception in Malora, and a few of the imps we captured confirmed her story. However he managed it, Malgus is alive. Is he all right? Did he make it?
Nostral's wounds were severe. Cauterized perforation of the upper ventricle, ocular damage from oxygen exposure, catastrophic muscular and nerve damage to the left forearm. Fortunately, he received treatment from the most brilliant, skilled, and handsome doctor in the entire galaxy, so he's gonna pull through.
Oh, that's great to hear. Good work, Doc.
Anyone else need patching up? I'm on a roll.
Thank you, Doc. I mean it.
That's what I do.
The soldiers are still digging through some of the worst of the damage to the library. Torel, Reyna, and Z are still missing, and I can't sense them. That makes 15. I'll update again when we finish clearing the rubble.
The old man was right to bring us here. We needed this time to heal. And to remember what makes us Jedi. We've hidden long enough. The evil of the Sith doesn't stop just because we aren't there to oppose them. Quite the opposite. I'm no master, and I can't speak for the Order, but I can say this. The Republic needs the help of the Jedi. so let me be the first to volunteer.
I am deeply honored to accept. I'll have quarters prepared for any Jedi who wish to join you aboard my flagship.
We're already packed, and I think this will end up being a much more worthy destination. Commander, thank you. Without you, this would have been a much darker day for us all.
I'm glad I could be here, Tau. Reuniting with the Jedi has been long overdue.
With you around, I think it's safe to say the future of the Jedi is a bright one. May the Force be with you.
When the dawn came, the Zell awakened and saw the tongs upon the high place and were afraid. For the morning light caught the glint of helms and weapons and created phantom warriors made of dazzle and distance. But the cleverest of them were not deceived. The Empire thought they could make this a grand first strike in their renewed war against us. They hoped to destroy the Jedi, to destroy us with fear before we ever faced them in open battle. Thanks to you, they failed. The Jedi are renewed allies of the Republic. Our people have seen that the Sith are vulnerable whenever we stand united. This war will be dark and brutal and vicious. But we will stand against that darkness together. Together, we will win.
That's the end of the Republic version. And now we begin the daily mission, Ossus Defense. Before I actually do my review for the new story, let's check Mending Ties. That would probably be, yes, that's the mission that Lana gives us to go and speak to Doc. I have a thing for Doc, and it's not a romantic thing, of course. I don't do romances on VULKK because he's the true Jedi Knight. Loyal to his profession, and I think he had some kind of a sidetrack with Kira at some point, but I can't really remember anymore. It's been so long. Anyway, I'm going to start the Mending Ties and see what Doc has to say. My favorite companion in the whole game, not because he has the best story, but mostly because he kept my Sentinel alive through so many obstacles. He was the most used companion for my first playthrough ever in Star Wars The Old Republic with this guy, VULKK.